All right, let's talk BYU basketball before we go on today's show. Now, some of you probably watch this is on YouTube mainly, but AJ Dybantsa absolutely shined for Team USA and their junior national team as he led BYU. Hopefully, he's leading BYU to some gold in the future, but he led Team USA to a 109-76 victory over Germany in the gold medal game of the FIBA U19 World Cup over in Switzerland. Now, he's also named MVP for his efforts in leading BYU to that gold medal. He had 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and is still in that final. It's his third gold medal in his trophy case after leading the U18s to the FIBA U18 America Cup and the 2023 FIBA U17 World Cup title as well. He is trending towards being an international icon for Team USA because the expectation is that AJ, after his one and done season at BYU, as we expect, he will be a part of BYU history, but more importantly, of our Team USA history going forward, because the expectation is that he will be part of the Team USA, kind of the new era. As guys like LeBron James and others age out of Team USA and the World Cup, as well as Olympic competitions, well, in comes guys like AJ Dybantsa. He is the 5th American to be named MVP of the FIBA U19 World Cup. He joins Chet Holmgren, Reggie Perry, Jalen Brunson, and Aaron Gordon, who are named MVP for that award. He also earned All-Star 5 accolades for a second straight World Cup after averaging 14.3 points, 4.1 rebounds, 2.3 assists, and just over one steal in 20 minutes per game. Shot 68.4% from inside the arc and 84% from the free throw line. Really, the only thing that did not come for AJ in this tournament was his three-point shooting, but that 84% mark from the free throw line, because let's just put it this way, you know the term about like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the NBA playoffs was the free throw merchant? Well, AJ Dybantsa, dude, he was absolutely living at the free throw line, and that's going to serve him well in college basketball. As foul happy as college basketball officials seem to be, he is going to draw fouls in droves, and if he can make his free throws at an 84% clip, he is going to pile up points at the free throw line. Is it going to anger a lot of opposing fan bases? Absolutely it's going to. But the nice part is BYU's got that on their side, and what AJ is doing, which, by the way, some of you are wondering, what's the level of competition he's competing at? Well, let's just put it this way. All of these guys, the top tier players in this U19 World Cup, are going to be either EuroLeague players next year or college players alongside AJ Dybantsa. He's playing amongst his peers and the top cut of talent across the entire globe, and all he did was shine above everybody else and was named tournament MVP. He is an absolute star in the making. We are lucky to watch what's going to unfold on the court at the Marriott Center for AJ Dybantsa over the next 6, 7, 8 months and change, but he's already doing what he's doing on the international stage, and now he's bringing it to BYU, and I'm sure that he's going to be unhappy with his overall three-point shooting in this tournament, and he'll be working on that religiously, but there's a pretty strong correlation between free throw percentage and three-point percentage. So if shooting 84% from the free throw line, well, that means that he maybe been a little bit off with his three-point shooting, and so long as he dials that in, I think with his ability to draw the overall, I'm trying to say this, like he's kind of the gravity that makes everything go for opposing teams. Because remember, in this tournament, he was the focal point of opposing defenses, and all he did was continue to shine on the biggest stage that he could find at this point in his international career. And then, oh, by the way, other players, he would dish off to them, and they made plays around him. BYU's put together a roster that's got a lot of nice three-point shooting around him. So maybe he doesn't have to necessarily become a prolific 40+% three-point shooter. If he does, he may become just near unstoppable in college basketball. But it's incredible to watch what AJ's doing, and it only engenders more confidence that he is going to be a guy that BYU fans are going to be absolutely loving to watch over the next, as I said, 6, 7, 8 months as he finishes out career. But I also should mention here, and I want to make sure I get this in, that Delaney Gibb, she on the women's side of things, well, she is absolutely shining as well. In her senior team national debut, now this is like the actual Team Canada, so Canadian senior team, she actually dished out the game-winning assist in Canada's 76-75 double overtime win over Argentina to secure the bronze medal at the FIBA Women's America Cup down in Santiago, Chile. She is not playing. AJ's, like I said, playing with a bunch of guys that are going to be playing college basketball alongside him, 18, 19 years old, playing in that World Cup. This is against the world's best, I guess, at least in North and South America in the America Cup for Delaney Gibb. She's a sophomore in college basketball, and this is her senior team debut. And all she did was average, let's see, what was it? 9.1 points, 2.9 rebounds, and 1.3 assists. And she led Canada to a 6-1 record and that bronze medal. Delaney Gibb, much like AJ Dybantsa, may be worth the price of admission for BYU women's basketball this season. And I'll just add this little tidbit. If you want to sit in much better seats than you probably will ever get for BYU men's basketball this year, buy some women's season tickets and go watch Delaney Gibb up close and enjoy what she's going to be doing for Lee Cummard and the rest of the BYU women's basketball team. They've got an incredible squad, I think they've compiled, led by Gibb this year for BYU women's basketball. And I don't want to just praise AJ Dybantsa and leave Delaney Gibb and the women's team out in the cold, because it's absolutely electric what both of these players I think are going to be capable of doing for BYU basketball. There's going to be some really, really fun opportunities to watch high-level hoops in Provo, Utah this year. And the nice part is we've got international stars on both the men's and women's side of things. And if you're a basketball fan who wants to watch some of the best young talent across the entire sport, you have to travel very far. All you got to do is go down to the Marriott Center and watch Delaney Gibb and or AJ Dybantsa do their thing. And I'm not going to even discount what their teammates are doing, because I know that Kevin Young on his side of things will be very quick, I'm sure, to jump in and say, hey, don't ignore what Richie Saunders is capable of, or what Robert Wright III or Keba Keita, whoever you want to insert on the men's side of things. I'm sure Lee Cummard, John Wardenberg, and the rest of the women's team are very quick to point out, hey, we've got other talents in this women's basketball squad that are eager to kind of show what they're capable of as they hope to have a resurgent year on the women's side of things after two pretty lackluster years in the Big 12 the last 2 years. I love what the basketball programs at BYU are building here. It's going to be really, it's going to be a fun winter. And like I said, the men's team, it sounds like season tickets are going to sell out before too long, but I can tell you from good experience, if you want to sit in some pretty darn good seats that you would never get an opportunity to sit in for a men's game, but you still want to watch some high-level hoops, go enjoy women's basketball. And obviously, enjoy what Delaney Gibb is doing on her side of things. It's a great opportunity to support both basketball programs. I know there are a number of you out there who probably have season tickets to both and enjoy them equally, but it's a great thing to watch what BYU has building right now under both Lee Cummard on the women's side of things, as well as Kevin Young on the men's side of things. And now they've got international stars who've got hardware to their names that they're bringing back to Provo, Utah, as they get ready for a big college basketball season ahead over the next, as I said, 8 months or so in Provo, Utah. So that's going to do it for today's edition of the show. My next edition will be coming to you live from Frisco, Texas. Looking forward to being at Big 12 Media Days. I'll kind of have a primer for you guys early tomorrow, and then obviously we'll have updates throughout the day there at the Star in Frisco, Texas. But hey, the reason why I'm able to do what I'm doing, going to work for Locked On, doing this, is because of your support. So truthfully, you guys are the reason why I'm going to Texas and why I'm going to work my absolute rear end off over the next 2 days to give you guys the best coverage I possibly can muster. So as always, thank you for your continued support of Locked On Cougars. Thank you for making it your first listen of the day. And until tomorrow, everybody, live from Frisco, Texas and Big 12 Media Days, this has been the Locked On Cougars podcast.